20, 10, touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Yes! Goal! Go to deflection. The Elk River Huskies win their first state championship.
On what is a perfect night for baseball, overcast, nice and warm, little humidity, but a great summer night. Joining us here from Champlin, this is Legion Baseball coming your way on QCTV. I'm Joe Rulin, along with Jim Childs. Tonight, a couple of teams in that zone playing well. Elk River 17-6 as they currently lead the District 10 Northern Hennepin League, taking on Champlin. 18-4 in Champlin, coming off an impressive Gopher Classic, Jim.
Yeah, they actually won the biggest American Legion tournament in the country. 96 teams. They finished first yesterday. They came off 9 games, 9 straight, 9-0 this weekend, starting on Friday. 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday and Sunday, and then they went into bracket play and won through the quarterfinals, semis, and into the finals yesterday. So 9-0. What a streak, what a week, and what an impressive tournament for the Champlin Park Legion team.
Certainly is when you kind of hit that zone, and to go and win a site in the Gopher Classic speaks volume about this team. Elk River off to a great start as well. Off to a great start, nearing the end of the season already here for Legion ball. As we get things going here on the mound tonight, who will be a sophomore in high school is Josh Henson. Henson comes in, likes to throw the fastball. Loves the cutter, what's probably his favorite pitch. And then in addition to that, a nice two-seamer. Misses the first one outside. Led up here, Jim, by number 3 here for Elk River.
Yeah, so we'll go is Drew Gertz. Gertz is played at Crown College this last semester, or this last year, and he came back. And he's coming back and grounder out the shortstop.
There to pick it up across the diamond, and looks like it went off of the shoulder, but off the glove perhaps before that on the throw from short over the first. And we're going to get some time here to get a look and see what transpired at first base as Tyler Finau.
Gertz probably like to get hit by a pitch more than a hit by something. Grounded right out to Oxborough. Nice pickup, good positioning, and just off it looks like just went off the edge of the glove
of Finau.
By Finau. So yes, yep. So coming up next will be Brett Grubner. He's pitching tonight. TJ Riley, Andrew Palm, Owen Vandrell, and Logan Bunker. We've heard that name many a times, calling it for football. Kruger, Herzog, and Carlson is a lineup for Elk River.
Left-handed hitter takes a look at a pitch, drops the hands, pops it up. This will go to center field. Can of corn, it appears. And that's the first out of the game. Grubner, the pitcher, flies out to center field for the first out. And still the runner remains at first for Elk River.
Yeah, got in on the hands. Nice job by the soon-to-be sophomore. Actually, he pitched against our team earlier this year, or my team, I should say.
Off-speed pitch off the outside part of the plate, just misses as Elk River sends up their number 3 hitter.
TJ Riley coming up for them. Line shot right off the glove.
Down the line off the glove, and that will mean extra bases potentially here for Riley. Runners, good job of tracking it down and holding the runners to just a single base, including a single on that ball down the line in left field for Champlin. So runners now on first and second. Riley, Jim, that's going to be a hit or an error?
Well, that's a hit all the way. Absolutely. Generous scoring up here in the booth tonight.
Runners first and second. Now we're going to look at the number 4 hitter here for Elk River.
Andrew Palm. No seniors on this team. No seniors that from the high school came back and are playing for Elk River. These are all, with the exception of Gertz, will be back with the high school team next year.
In the dirt, block deflects. Runners advance to second and third, and now we're looking at a scoring situation here for Palm. Gertz advances to third.
The problem isn't with the focus control. The
As you take a look, there's a nice pitch, move, late cut on that, and we got ourselves a strike. And we are number 4 hitter sitting in here. Drops this one to center field. This should bring a run in as Palm will bring in the first RBI of the game on the sacrifice fly. Scoring is Gertz. And 1-0 lead now already as they capitalize on the air. That's how Gertz reached the base path in his at-bat here earlier this inning. 1-0 lead for Elk River. And Van Drell now steps in.
Well, Palm did his job. That's a quality at bat. Get that first run across. Did a nice job getting a fastball up that he could handle and drove it out to center field, going out there.
Still a runner at second. And looking pitch there. It looked like maybe a cutter there, Jim, but it's off the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Again in the dirt, good block defensively there for Champlin.
Yeah, Sandell got down. Nice job, kept it in front of him within a couple of steps.
Trying to kind of get control and find that location on the breaking pitch. It's a pitch that comes inside, trying to lock up that swing, and Van Drell, and now we move to 3-1.
There's a good pitch right there.
Good looking, confident pitch.
Yeah, that was the cutter right there. That one just darted right across the inside part of that plate. Looks like it's going to be a ball, but then it darts right back in.
Nice pitch, punched out. There's the old chainsaw start on the punch out by the umpire, and that is the first strikeout of the game. Nice job. Good work that time by Henschner as Josh Henschner gives up the 1 run, although that is not going to be an earned run. 1-0 lead, top half here. Get a look at this pitch. You can see he works him off the plate, locks him up inside, and a late break on that pitch by Henschen.
Yeah, and it's got enough movement where it just kind of floats back over the plate. So nice inning for the soon-to-be junior or sophomore. Hey, let's Joe. I'll go through the lineup real quick for the Champlin Park Rebels. The champion of the Gopher Classic, Champlin Park Rebels. Justin Brooks will be DHing for Henches today. He'll lead off. Oxborough at shortstop, batting second. Rocco, the right fielder, batting third. McGee, the third baseman, batting fourth. Finau, the first baseman, sixth. Out in left field will be the seventh place hitter, Poulis. Aaron Cohn, the center fielder, will be batting actually seventh. And Sandell, the catcher, be batting eighth. And Jack Loven, second baseman, will round out the lineup for Champlin Park.
You know, they said they weren't sure what the starting lineup was going to be tonight until they pretty much got here. And I don't think Loven's probably played second since maybe second grade. But he's getting a run out there tonight on the mound. Jim, we get a look here for Elk River is Brett Grubner.
Yeah. Grubner will be a senior next year.
Stepping in here is Brooks. The bat, this ball will explode off the bat of Brooks. I've covered him an immense amount of times this season, and it just explodes. He'll be going to St. John's next year to play. That one misses up high. Meanwhile, Brooks, we can talk about his season average, but let's talk more recently. Against Bloomington, he went 4 for 4 in the Gophers Classic. This one he lifts high in the left field, caught a little bit on the balance and lifts this one to left field for the first out. As I mentioned, Brooks went 4 for 4, 3 runs scored, and he also batted .367 in the Gopher Classic, 11 hits, 2 doubles, 2 triples, which is a season for me, and a .991 OPS.
That's not too bad. Fly ball. That was a curveball. It was up in the zone, and I think it was a little bit of an off-speed break that Brooks just kind of caught. Later on, if he sees it again, I don't think he'll probably destroy it. That was the
Oxborough on the ground ball to second in time to make the throw. So a quick, that'll be 5-pitch, 2-out inning thus far for Grubner. Elk River, they come in with a win streak. As you get a look at the play, and
Yeah,
About a
good.
3-hopper to second.
Yeah, Carlson with a nice job of gobbling that up and getting it over to Gertz.
Rocco steps in, hitting .348 with an OPS of 1.164, 8 hits, 3 doubles. This was in just the Gopher Classic. 9 RBIs, Jim, 10 runs. Goodness. He also hit a home run. They came up big against Fargo and pitched 5 clutch innings. And we know that Fargo Legion team is a tough team always.
Well, they have 4 losses, and one of them to Champlin Park now, which is pretty impressive. 20, I believe that I looked at it earlier. I think they're 29-4, and their loss in the Gopher Classic kept them out of the bracket play.
Outside part missing on that. 3 balls, 1 strike, and Rocco waiting for his pitch. Obviously a great high school season. He was selected to I believe the Metro North All-Star team, and just misses on that breaking pitch, fouls it straight back. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Rocco steps in.
He's on his way to Creighton down in Omaha.
A great university. He can continue wearing that blue.
Yes.
When he's down there.
Yeah, the Creighton Blue Jays.
A walk for Rocco. Draws it there. Good job. And now we bring the number 4 hitter up, and that's McGee. Ty McGee hitting .553 on the season. Misses on the outside part of the pitch there, does Grebner.
First 2 batters for Grebner. He was throwing strikes and getting some contact there. Nice swing and miss.
A little drop down on that fastball, brought it about 3/4, and a little different arm slot there, Jim, on his release. 1 ball, 1 strike, and a runner on first. That's Rocco.
You know, you really have to wonder about what the drop-off is after an emotional 9-game victory, and what comes next when it's just a quote-unquote league game. There's looked like a good pitch.
474 average, as I mentioned, for McGee. 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. That it is. You come back and 9 games in 5 days, and boy, that's situation management in terms of talent, players as well, but what an experience. Drop down that time is off in the opposite batter's box there, and once again we're juiced on the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A ground ball out in front of it. It's going to be a tough play. Coming out to make the play just in time by a hiccup and a half step. They're able to punch out McGee for the 3rd out of the inning. Nice play. Cat-like quickness coming off that mound. And it is the Rebels who are retired here in the bottom of the 1st. We have 1 complete. It is a 1-0 lead here for Elk River. I think he had it. I think he punched him out. I am wearing my contacts. You haven't even noticed.
Done to start this foundation. It's going to take more than just us, as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to help us make a change, because it just can't be us.
Here as we come back. Analysis of that. There we go. Now we're back. But it was just a half a step. Jim, did you thought he was safe? I thought he was out.
I thought he was safe. It looked like he was safe.
I thought he got a little bit of too much altitude on that last lunge to first.
Well, I am about maybe about 6 inches closer to the bag. I think I have a little better look at it. Second inning of work coming up for Henches.
That's it. And the first inning for Henson, who pitched well. An unearned run by Elk River on a night where the flag is hardly moving, if at all.
And the sun's peeking out.
Inside part of the plate. He loves that pitch. And I'll tell you, I was talking to the catcher just briefly before the game in Sandell, and he's like, hey, he can throw 3 pitches just consistently. I said, well, pretend that I'm like an MLB graph and a percentage. Which would be the higher percentage? He said, probably that cutter.
Yeah. Yep.
Misses there. It is a strike. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just here in the top half of the second, 2 teams having some impressive seasons. There's a ground ball catching them in. Deep in the hole, digging it out, trying to make the throw, and that's in time. Oh, no, it's not. I thought I could yell it loud enough to convince him.
Yeah, infield hit on that one. Well, that one.
That's our old coaching tactic, right?
Yep.
And look at
so Oxborough back there takes kind of a fortuitous route to it, but makes a strong throw off his back leg. We'll see right here. And, yeah, he's in there.
I'm going to give an error to the third baseman for not cutting that off
well,
and making that play.
I'm
kidding you.
Yes.
No.
That would have helped. But nice play by Ox.
Number 7 hitter now steps in here for Elk River.
Ben Poulos, left fielder.
Elk River again with a mark of 17-6. They're on a win streak of their own. If we want to give another run at who's the number 7 hitter for Elk River.
Yeah, well, we're going to try that again. That's Ethan Kruger. So you got me all flustered, Joe. Sorry about that.
For the second consecutive inning, the lead runner on here for Elk River. Elk River at 8-2 on top of this District 10 North Hennepin League.
I'll give a shout out to the Ankeny Legion, or the Ankeny.
Popped up foul, going to make a run, and calling off is Finau, and he misses it off his glove. It looked like Sandell had that one zeroed in, but hey, the first baseman usually had that better angle, and Finau had to go off the inside of his glove. So let's see if Elk River can capitalize on the extra out.
Well, that's Finau's ball. That one is easier for him to catch. He's coming towards it. And just, you know, that ball just spins back towards the infield and kind of caught him on the toe of his glove.
Kruger takes advantage of it and walks the runners now first and second, and no one out here for Elk River. Already a 1-0 lead. The last time out for Elk River was a 13-1 win.
See if we bunt here.
Just last night versus Brooklyn. They also play Blaine tomorrow night. Swung on and missed.
It's Elias Herzog coming up, the left fielder for Elk River.
Had a Herzog that was on the hockey team. One that I had called for out in Denver. He was from Saskatoon. And
did he play baseball?
He did not, but I will say I'll stop there.
Yeah, spend any time in Elk River?
It's the same number.
7.
Don Herzog. There's a pitch off the outside part. That is called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he's been able to get out in front. And that's a 3rd strike. They're going to say he went. Or Joe will say he went. And that's a called 3rd strike or check swing.
Yeah, it's a check swing. Great job by Sandell to keep that in front. Keeps those runners at first and third. Now you've got 1 out. And now you take away the bunt. You take away the steal.
Number 9 hitter steps in, fakes the bunt. Now a throwback. Hunter Runner is caught off, but a short hop to Oxborough at short, and it advances the runner to third. So just as good as a bunt.
Yeah, well, and now you've got a first and third situation where you can do a delayed steal. There's a lot of things on the menu right now for Elk River.
Number 9 hitter, and then a chance to flip. Back to Gertz. Nice pitch. I love that toss at the back toe. Nice breaking pitch or activity there. So we 1 ball, 1 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and third. 1 run across in top half of the second. That one's up high. Elevates the pitch, unable to get him to chase. And we'll keep an eye on the runner. Kruger at first. It's not going, but a nice backdoor cutter. Connects there. And we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Beth helping us out here in the public address booth on the clock.
Yeah, your score.
I hope that clock is not too IT-ish for her. This is ground ball up the middle. No, he mishandles it. He's going to try to make the play. Pitcher unable to handle it cleanly that time, and Henshin. An error allows the run to go from third to home, and the runner advances also from second to first. Did not make the throw at all to first.
Well, that's why you want to get off the mound, because it's an uneven surface there, and that hit right off the lip past Hintz. And
Gertz gets his second look, and another error that time. Loven that time handled it cleanly, but as he was making the exchange from the glove to the hand, it just kind of fluttered. I'm not even sure if it made contact with his hand. And now the bases are juiced, Jim, and just 1 out, and it comes up to the number 2 hitter, Grubner.
The cliched help yourself out moment for Brett Grubner.
That is the 3rd error this inning for the Rebels.
4th of the game.
First time up. Grubner flew to center field. Third baseman in, so is first. First and third in, second and short at double play depth. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a look here. Grubner lifts this one, gets his hands under that off-speed pitch, lifts it to third, and we've got out number 2.
Yeah, infield fly rule was called on that one. So good out. That's a nice job to be able to keep it in the infield now. Now you just need to get the out.
And that's going to bring Riley. Riley steps in here. He drives this one. This one's going to find a hole as well. That's going to score 2 runs, perfectly placed. Riley drives in 2 runs and extends the Elk River lead now to 3-0. Kind of looked for 1 pitch, Jim, when he came up that time and got it.
Yeah, it was up in the zone. It wasn't going to wait for that cutter to cut back across. This one right down on the outside part of the plate. He dumped it into left field.
I know they say that walks will haunt, but errors almost always haunt.
Yeah. And
having 3 in the top half of the second here for Champlin, tough to overcome. Just about did it, but there's 2 across here. Out in front of an off-speed pitch is Palm, the number 4 hitter. He collected the RBI in the first inning on the sacrifice fly to center field. That scored Gertz. Gertz now at third. And Riley is at first with 2 outs. A crooked number up already. And another 4th run now brought in. Left that one up around, that cheese up around the letters. And Palm promptly places it in to center field for his 2nd RBI of the game.
That one again up in the zone. Basically almost the same spot that Grubner had, or that Riley had placed it.
Stepping in, Van Drell. Van Drell struck out. His first time up on that cutter that kind of nudged him off the plate, and then he brought it right back in on the hands and caught, looking for that strikeout. This one's in the dirt. Runners will advance to second and third. And I know you got to take a look at the amount of games that in innings this Champlin team has played. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the winning a site in the Gopher Classic. I was just listening to a little piece on it. They had some stuff on ESPN2 regarding the Gopher Classic. And you can tell they're probably a little worn here. A lot of players sitting. Tomorrow night, again, we'll cover the Rebels here on QCTV. There's a juiced ball right there up high, 3-2 for the called strike.
Yeah, you mentioned it. We had Anoka Legion made it to, they won their site. They won the Anoka site, and they won, actually, their first one made it to the quarters and lost to a Nebraska team. Nebraska had a good showing. They had 3 in the semis.
A number that's going to stay in play and probably score another run. It does. That ball could not have been dropped any more perfectly. You know how you always have that bunting drill and you have that glove or a cup right there to try to hit? That was that target. Perfectly placed. And an RBI bunt single for Van Drale. So he avenges the strikeout from that first inning and picks up an RBI. And the runs are coming like rain tonight. I hate to curse us, but right now it's a boxcar, nothing score, 6-0 here for Elk River stepping in. That number 6 hitter.
And that's Logan Bunker, who's led off with a single in that first part of this inning. So officially, no matter how you look at it, they've batted her around.
They have, and you mentioned Bunker, part of that Class 5 state champion team, the football team, or Elk River, swung on and missed. Well placed, that one, just beyond his reach.
Yeah, big part. He was played both ways. Running back who, I believe, scored the winning touchdown against the Huskies.
Runner stealing, no throw down. And picking that up is Van Drale. And now a single could knock in 2 more here. Bunker, who singled his last time up to start off this inning, gets a walk. So 2 for 2 in terms of on-base percentage for Bunker.
So no one warming up in the bullpen right now, and there are times that you have to take one for the team. And right now, Hinch is getting some good experience out there, learning how to battle out against high school pitchers or high school batters.
Kruger gets this one and drives it high in the air to center, and that's caught for finally the third out, but not before. Elk River puts up a crooked number in a 5, and they now lead 6-0 as Champlin comes up for their second at bat of the season or the game.
Yeah, so they've got some work ahead of you. You kind of knew that you were going to have a little bit of a drop off, and this is part of baseball. This is why baseball is such a great sport. You can win 9 in a row and then come to the park the next day and still have a battle.
Well, as you look at the schedule too, I know they were looking at potentially maybe trying to move this game to another day, but this season is quickly wrapping up.
Yeah.
Legion, because there's no way that Elk River could play tomorrow because they're already taking on another team here who we had earlier. Let's see. And then also it's St. Michael Blues who Champlin will play.
Yep.
And I had it here right there.
Yeah, the dates start to get
Blaine is who they play.
Yeah, the dates start to get a little tied up. I know the Anoka in Andover was scheduled for last night, and Anoka had canceled just because didn't know if they were going to be playing in the championship or not, the championship day for the Gopher Classic. So we're happy to be here, though. This is the summertime baseball just means so much to the community and to these players.
Well, and you mentioned about Legion teams and Nebraska competing in a lot of those sites as well. They have 274 teams. this season. Meanwhile, for Wisconsin, 212. Pennsylvania, how many teams do you think Pennsylvania has?
I'm thinking like 178.
180.
So
Nice. Lotto tonight in Massachusetts with 117. Which state has the most?
Well, it has been for a number of years. It has been Minnesota, and I want to say it's like what used to be like 378. I'm guessing it's probably about 350.
Yep, right now at 365.
365.
Same amount of days of the year,
Yep.
and they're far and away, team with it. So set up here as we look. Bottom of the second, swung on and missed here. Pitch.
Big swinging by Finau.
Finau had a nice high school pitching season. And Finau comes in swinging a pretty good bat in the regular season.
Nope.
Average of 375. Punched out there, caught looking. Was that the chainsaw?
That was I don't know if that was a chainsaw. That was more like the weed trimmer.
Yeah, you might have been. I think you're right.
It wasn't a definitive.
Pullis steps in here now, second hitter of the bottom of the sixth. Looks at a strike. As Pullis, 405 hitter, and this one goes down the line, and it's just foul. The 305 line down right field. 315 down the left field line, and 380 to center. Swung on and missed, and I got to tell you, Grubner is ITZ in the zone right now.
Well, one thing, pace of play, big thing in baseball this year, and Grubner is dictating the pace of this game right now. He is up, ready to go. He throws a pitch. You'll see right here. He'll get right back on the rubber, and there's no time wasted. He is looking in for that sign and really in a good rhythm right now.
245 hitter Aaron Cohen steps in. 65 plate appearances this season. Four doubles, 10 RBIs. Looking at a 3-0 count, getting that base runner on would be nice, but it's called a strike outside part of the plate. Good location there for Grubner. This one's looped up the middle, hits the base at second, then advances its way to center field. A base hit. Collected the first of the night here for Champlin.
Well, that's good hitting right there. You take that ball, put it right back up the middle. That's what you're taught from the moment you pick up a bat. Nice job by Cohen.
Catcher steps in, Brockton Sandell. Sandell hitting 278 with an on-base percentage. 429 or 300 rather.
I believe that Sandell is another soon-to-be sophomore.
Good location there, but just missed. When you don't have any strikes on you, you get to wait for your pitch, Jim.
Yes, you do.
You don't have to protect it there, and he had a good eye, Sandell. 3-0. Second consecutive hitter that has gone 3-0, and maybe the players on the bench take a look and listen and realize no chasing on those first couple pitches. Disciplined at bats. It's called a strike there. 3-1 to Sandell. Rebels catcher fouls it straight back. Champlin comes in again with a mark of 18-4, coming off an impressive about week, but it must have seemed like 2 weeks for them. Missing on the outside part of the plate, a walk. Second walk of the game, surrendered by Grubner. The first one to Rocco.
Well, you're happy it didn't happen on the leadoff. Somebody leading off, you still have 2 outs. You're only 1 pitch away. But it's a little bit, the pressure on that 1 pitch is a little bit more than what it was 2 hitters ago.
Jack Loven steps in. He's a grounder to second. Smothered there, and the throw to first in time. And Champlin is retired. After 2 complete, it is a 6-0 lead for Elk River. Third inning coming your way here on QCTV. Welcome back. Top half of the third as Elk River has taken a 6-0 lead over Champlin in this American Legion baseball, kind of rounding up essentially their final week of the regular season before they begin postseason, Jim.
Yeah, District 10 will start, playoffs will start late next week as they get rolling. And actually, I don't believe that. I think this is actually District 8, I believe. But obviously, one of the main favorites here will be Champlin Park, as they've just had a great season so far, coming off a great high school season as well. I got to tell you, Joe, I had a chance to talk to Mike Bosak, who's in charge, who takes care of the field completely voluntary, and the infield is just outstanding. Boy, it's just in great shape. He did such a good job here with the infield. With the whole field, honestly. It's one of probably the best park in North Metro. No offense to Castle, but it really is. The infield itself is great.
Elk River gets a look at their third at bat. This one misses up top, 2-0. On the mound, out for his third inning is Josh Hengen. Hengen, pretty impressive first inning. And even though he gave up 5 runs in that second inning, none of which, well, 1, I guess, was earned. There were 3 innings committed by Champlin in that third inning. And you can't give a team 6 outs. Isn't that written somewhere in the baseball Bible?
Yeah, 6 outs or 4 outs or 5 outs. But there was a bunch of outs last inning. I mean, and put that on top of the unearned run that was scored in the first inning.
Herzog struck out his first at bat. Number there. And you can see that they're a bit out in front, though they're not staying back and kind of trying to pounce on that breaking pitch and therefore over top of it a couple of times. That is Elk River. Swung on and missed second time. Herzog will go down swinging as we are top half of the third, and now the number 9 hitter.
Vinny Carlson was a bouncer right back, or actually hit back to Henches and right through the wickets.
Called strike. Getting back into his zone here is Henschen. As I mentioned, likes that cutter. 2-seam fastball and a breaking pitch as well. Jim, you said you had a chance to see him. He's going to be a sophomore, but you saw him.
Yeah, he actually, as a freshman, got to see him pitch, and really a dominating performance by him over our team. And I'm sure it had to do a lot with the coaching on both sides. The fact that Corey Davis, who was the former varsity coach, was on the Champlin Park side, a good coach, and probably outcoached the Andover coach.
Speaking of coaching, Spencer Robinson, the head coach for Champlin. Now it's
his first year, right? This is his first year.
Correct. And then he said also just had some long outings and some of the players needed some rest. Brooks, who usually plays third, is sitting tonight. Meanwhile, Rocco, he's at least hitting, as is Rocco. Tharlson, the shortstop, is out. Carlson as well. And Oleg Mueller. And drawing a walk, the number 9 hitter is Carlson.
2 times on base for Carlson. Good job by the bottom part of that order.
Flips to the top half of the order, and Gertz. Gertz is hitting every one of the first 3 innings, and he has scored 2 runs. Chance to keep that streak alive as he takes a first pitch strike with a runner on first. You always hate to walk that number 9 hitter.
Yeah. Yep.
Down the line, easily handled. Throw, Finau down to second, and they will not get Gertz. As Gertz kind of took it easy once he saw that throw was going too short. Nice throw by Finau. And picked it over to Oxborough to get that lead runner for the force out. Fielder's choice. Jim, for guys like you keeping score at home.
That would be a fielder's choice. Thank you. I'll write that down on my scorecard.
That brings up the number 2 hitter, Grubner, the pitcher tonight. So far in 0 for evening, 0 for 2. Fly out the third, his last time up. This is a 2-hopper to Finau. It's going to be a race to the bag, and he gets it by a half a step. That will retire. First time that Elk River has gone down without punching across the run. Nice play by Finau, kept base, knocked it down, and forced the runner in the race to first. Not too far, but nonetheless, good speed. Grubner almost beat it out.
I'd like to see Hedges over there, at least trying to make an attempt to cover first base. But nice recovery by Finau to keep that in front of him.
Take a look at the standings here in this division. Here is we look at the North Hennepin, and sure up top, Elk River. 8-2. Currently undefeated in the league. Maple Grove second at 7-2. Not the full records, but at least the league record 6-0. And followed by St. Michael Blue. That's who Champlin will play tomorrow. And then you have Anoka. You mentioned Jim Noka, another local team that picked up a site win in the Gopher Classic. Congratulations there. And then you got Champlin tomorrow night again with there. And then Osseo, Coon Rapids, Rogers, and then you get a look at the rest. Spring Lake Park, Brooklyn Park, and also Blaine. Blaine will be the opponent tomorrow for Elk River. I want to say Elk River in the league here has picked up, I think, 6 wins in a row, maybe going for their 7th here. So that'll lead it up here. Bottom of the third, and the Rebels able to flip that lineup, or at least attempt to here. And
Justin Brooks,
Justin gets a look.
Will get a chance. The DH, you mentioned that gets a night out of the field, which he probably needed.
Yeah, Brooks, an impressive season. Meanwhile, Champlin comes in as a team hitting .334, scored 189 runs. Far and away the leader on that team in many ways, including hitting, is Brooks. Brooks hitting .431. 7 doubles, 4 triples, 11 RBIs, 26 runs. He's only struck out, Jim, 3 times this season.
Well, he's a good hitter. He 3 strikeouts. That's a guy you want at the top of the lineup. You know he's going to see a bunch of pitches. He's got speed. He puts the ball in play.
This is his 81st plate appearance of the year, and first time up, he flew to left field, kind of off balance, but didn't stay back. This time he makes the correction and still flies out to left field. I was going to say he got on top of it. Some good top spin, but instead on the line, hits at the left. Second consecutive fly out to left for Brooks. That brings up Oxborough, who grounded to second his first time up.
Well, that one was definitely struck on the barrel. The last one kind of at the end of the bat, a lazy fly ball. That one, strong rip out into left field.
Grubner getting at it here. The longest innings he's had. He's had to face 4 hitters. That was in the 2nd inning. A couple of strikeouts here, and this one's lifted up the middle, deflected. Still a chance to get him. Oh my! Stretched the glove, flashes the leather, and makes the out. I'm not sure if he dragged that foot across, Gertz.
I wonder if it's not the tag on the helmet.
It may have been. We're going to get a look.
Coming down. What a play by Grubner.
Look at this play. Ooh.
Well,
no tag on the helmet. Let's just say that.
Nope.
But we have 2 outs for the Rebels, and that comes back to Rocco. Rocco reached in that 1st inning on a walk and disagrees with that called strike.
What a great play! But I mean, honestly, that is an outstanding play to make it that close after it comes off of you, and you're able to collect yourself and throw a strike.
Quite honestly, I got to think I'd be going the same place as Grubner is, inside to Rocco. You don't want him extending those hands and powering that ball out to center or hitting our camera person out in left center field, because I don't think they're wearing a helmet.
Well, let's see. Rocco
Drams it inside, gets it, turns on it.
That
This
one's
is going
gone.
to right field, and then it's out of here. Going the distance and going yard. Rocco puts a scratch on the scoreboard here for Champlin in the bottom of the 3rd. A solo shot for Andrew Rocco. Impressive.
Well, I will tell you, that is what's impressive about that is the fact that you called it, Joe. You don't want him extending his hands. He did, and he deposited about 50 feet past the fence. That was a no-doubter.
Wow. That was hit on the screws and out of here in a hurry. Impressive hitting display. And this number 4 hitter lifts this one to the gap. A chance to counter. This is going to drop. We'll get at least a double. Roping this one is McGee. Barreling it up is McGee. And back-to-back shots. One to right center, one to the right, one to right field, and another to the right center gap. Impressive back-to-back hits. McGee, impressive. He hit .417 the last 4 games of the Gopher Classic and continuing his way. 4 RBIs, 3 of those against Sioux Falls. Now they set up, and Finau steps in. Finau trying to keep the mojo going. A 2-out rally here for the Rebels. Jim, you said that was a 2-base error. I'm kidding. So a nice double by McGee and Finau. Now a chance to continue, put the string together 3 hits in a row.
Joe.Ruland@QCTV.com.
Rocco just continues. Watching him hit in high school this season, it was just totally amazing. 348 hitter. This one's lifted to center. Oh, it looks like he's caught the center fielder a little off guard, but finally brought in. That ball, I wasn't sure it was going to come back down, but Finau, a high fly out to center, and finally Champlin is set down in the bottom of the 3rd, not before the solo shot by Rocco. It's a 6-1 lead for Elk River here in Champlin.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure.
$1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground out here, Padre! Get down!
I know Jim Erickson can describe any possible other bird with that, along with any cow, because steer, growing up in North Dakota on a.
Well, Jim Erickson grew up north of the cities.
Yep, North Dakota. That'll do it. Up around, I believe Jim will, I'm sure, correct me, as he so often does when we're broadcasting.
Yes, yes.
So we're heading back, but good look at the view here. What a gorgeous evening for Legion baseball.
Well, I've been to North Dakota many times. I haven't seen one bird yet.
0-2 delivery. Let's get you caught up. Pitcher now is Nicholas Carlson, towing the rubber here for the Rebels.
Comes in.
Nice pitch.
2 2/3 inning. He's pitched in 2 games. He's got 3 strikeouts, 2.63 ERA, 0.75 WHIP. Boy, I tell you what, he's right on that. Bunker is right on that.
TJ Riley steps in for his 3rd plate appearance this evening. Lifted up, and going to be a play here for short, perhaps. No! Crackman right back in to make the play at 3rd. All of a sudden, just drop that glove back into fair territory, and making that play at 3rd.
Well, that was a great play.
Yes.
It looked like Oxborough had it, and then kind of got called off. And McGee, boy, that's not an easy play.
Normally the catcher, but McGee flashes the leather, makes the catch out in front here, lifting it and making the play on this pop fly to center field is Cohen, out number 2, and so quickly dispensed of the number 3 and 4 hitters for Elk River, which will bring up Van Drell. Van Drell with a knock his last time up, and then struck out his first time up, 1 for 2. Pitch there off the corner, and I mentioned Rocco with the home run over the span of the Gopher Classic. Impressive home runs. Couple of home runs there. Also had a home run against Fargo in that game. Also pitched 5 innings. So Rocco continuing that hot bat. He's had a hot bat for about 3 years since he's been a sophomore.
Yeah, he's been an impressive hitter.
There's nothing lukewarm about Rocco.
Nope.
He's hot all the time, and this time a strikeout, digging it out and making the play at first on the throw. As you get a look here, nice pitch, first strikeout, and it was Sandell. Comes up clean, makes the dart to first, and gets the out on Van Drell. And Elk River is retired, top half of the 4th.
Well, look at that. There is Taylor Johnson out in center field.
I thought that was Taylor. See, Taylor's got the Flojo working as well. I like that headset also. And cool stuff. And I don't even know if you can get a picture of us from center field, or at least me. It doesn't have to be Jim, as he's trying to.
He's trying to zero in on it. So we'll,
see, there you got Jim.
That's
so
it.
I got to come over there. We're in the matching blue. Thanks, Taylor.
We've got our QCTV uniforms on tonight.
How agile is Taylor?
Yeah.
Moving from the truck to the van, on top of the van.
He's.
And you know what? He doesn't move when he's driving home. When somebody drives him home, he stays up there.
Well, we need to congratulate him on.
Yes.
In addition to his family.
Yeah, things are evolving for Taylor as he will be leaving QCTV.
Yeah.
The new job. We'll certainly miss him here and miss him in center field. That's going to be foul. And certainly have worked with him. Gosh, I think he had recently started, and maybe that's why he's leaving, is because of me. But congratulations, nice job, well done, and congrats also on the newborn. I'm sure.
He says he's getting some sleep, which is impressive at any time when you have a newborn. 12 years. He's been with us for 12 years.
Setting up here is Paulus. Paulus, his first time up, struck out. Grubner comes back out for his fourth inning of work, and he's been picking him up and mowing him down, with the exception of the ball that went yard by Rocco. Another strikeout for Paulus, and that would be strikeout number 4 here for Grubner.
Well, Grubner, like I said, he's just in a rhythm. Give me the ball. I'm going to throw it. If you can hit it, hit it. Here it comes.
6-1 lead now for Elk River with 1 out. In the bottom of the 4th, and Cohen steps in. Cohen with a single last time up. He rolled one over second, and then it hit the bag at second, so not quite completely over. Nonetheless, a single. It got things rolling, swung on and missed. That's a great-looking pitch, though, by Grubner.
Mm-hmm. Yep, nice break
off the
on
outside part. He's ahead 1-2 in the count. Nice pitch punched out. There is the chainsaw start type of punch out. That's the call by the behind the plate ump on the 5th strikeout tonight here for Grubner. The 2nd out for Champlin here in the bottom of the 4th, and we're led up here by the catcher Sandell. Wasting no time, Grubner gets that ball, gets back to the rubber, and now delivers it again. This is a fly ball. This will hang up. No, it's not. It will hang up. I thought they'd hang up the catch, but it's going to find a seam in right center. Another double, the second double in second consecutive double in the innings, and that goes to Sandell. So Sandell reached on a walk his first time up, picks up a double here.
Yeah, good piece of hitting, outside part of the plate. He had missed on it earlier, and is just able to drive it right into the gap in right center field.
Yeah, right-handed swing, had a little bit of a draw on it and away from center field. With that height and trajectory, I thought I was going to go to right more and a chance for right to get it, but to no avail. So we got 2 outs, runner on second. And Loven steps in.
Ground out to the second baseman in the 2nd inning, ended the 2nd inning.
I guess because this is Taylor's 12th year, does he officially graduate?
It's just, maybe this is
in Canada, you got to go 13 years, right? So I've learned through my days of hockey, but yes. And I don't know if he's going to be a cum laude, but in college I know I was a pre-laude. Please, got to give me a B on this test, please. And so congratulations again to Taylor. Will certainly be missed. And walked is Loven, and that will flip the lineup to the ever so dangerous Brooks, the leadoff hitter, who's even more dangerous because he's 0 for 2 tonight.
2 curveballs that have been up in the wheelhouse. He's driven out to left field. Last one, he barreled up nicely.
Popped up. Lifted to right. Right will have this one, and that's out number 3. Brooks 0 for 3. That's simply an anomaly. 0 for 3 tonight, and it is still a 6-1 lead for Elk River. After 4 complete, we'll return on QCTV.
Sipping Hennessy, President Suite, looking like a young Barack Obama. Skipping to the beat, giving hella heat. I'ma need a seat just to count up all these dots in comma. I think it's evident I'm the better man, I'm the jam. I'ma have you crushing like a four-wheel monster. Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter. I got the fuse. You make a fire.
Heading to the top half of the fifth, Joe Ruland joined along with Jim Childs and Beth to the right of us running the clock, the Daktronics representative. As you get a look at the new scoreboard on the football field, Jim, that's going to light it up. I'm going to need some sunblock when I cover games here in the fall.
Well, that's impressive. That is will add a lot to the game day experience. It's already outstanding here at Champlin Park. It's always a lot of fun to come. Student section's always pumped up, and that'll add a lot.
I would like something like that in my living room. You think Daktronics would be able to score me something like that?
We can ask Beth.
Swung on out in front as Elk River comes back up to try to reignite their offense, but some excellent pitching.
Oh,
see in the second inning, a strikeout there.
That was almost close to an Ephus pitch there. That one slowed down to about 38 miles an hour, and nice placement.
Well, you
by
got
Carlson.
A high diesel player like Bunker out in front of that one.
Yeah.
Runs fast, plays fast, and that pitch was the yak pitch. Heads to the number 7 hitter in Kruger.
We are less than a month away before, or I guess almost a month away before high school football starts again. All these practices, I know 7-on-7 drills are completed.
I'm sorry, I was supposed to go, I thought, this morning, and no one was there in the 7-on-7 drill.
Yeah, well, that's the way my high school career went.
The Joe Pro was ready to put my arm on display. Another yak pitch working there, and it's hitting the zone as Kruger swung on and missed. Carlson kind of in the zone, finding that comfort. This is second inning, and this one is a one-hitter, a one-bouncer. The short over the first, and Oxborough on a dart over the Fino for the second out this inning.
Yeah, good job of getting that hop right at the right spot by Oxborough. One hopper, boom, he's right there. Good feet, good hands, and a strong throw over.
Herzog now steps in. Elias Herzog in his third plate appearance, struck out his 2 previous appearances, and his first look here at Carlson, and swung on and missed there.
Yeah, right now let's get some contact. And there's 2 quick strikes on him. You know, Champlin Park has just been kind of hanging on, tough kind of waking up into just league games again. But momentum, you kind of feel the momentum kind of sliding over to the Champlin Park side. Got to get some more runs, but definitely equal now.
Struck out. There's the chainsaw once again. A pull and a punch out. Third strikeout of the evening, unfortunately, for Herzog, and that is the fourth strikeout in 2 innings of pitching here so far for Carlson.
Yeah, strong relief appearance so far by Carlson. Joe, the video boards, and you and I have done a number of football games together and separate. Those video boards add so much, and as we can see over there, that's a big one. That's like you said, you like that in your living room, but the QCTV will have a live feed onto that, and you'll be able to see the replays, which I'm sure the officials will love. But it'll be outstanding, and I know that we did that at Elk River last year. Just added a whole lot to it. So
wow, and you're right. It is just around the corner, and I enjoy the 4th of July. But in about a week and a half, the Vikings start camp. And I don't even want to talk about the state fair. We're not going there.
We can't do that.
I enjoy the heat and humidity.
It's as the older we get, it seems like these summers get a little bit more compressed.
Yep, and it makes you start thinking about moving south, maybe to Columbia Heights, where it might be a little warmer. First pitch swung on. This to right field, lifted there, easily handled, and retired is Oxborough. Here to lead off the bottom of the fifth for Champlin. They trail 6-1. He steps in as Rocco. It's been the one-man show tonight. Some nights that's all you need. The power of Rocco. They come inside that time. In on his hands. Kind of sending a message there on the fastball.
Yep.
Boy.
That's a great pitch there. Come inside and then dot the outside right across the black of the plate. That's impressive.
And low on top of it. Tough to bring that up. Ones are wild. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another hit to third. Out in front of this is Rocco. Third to first for the second out of the bottom of the fifth here for Champlin.
He was jumping out of his shoes to get at that one, and that one comes right off the cue shot, right off the end of the bat. Really nice play by Riley. Because those things that's spinning. There's some revolutions, and we talked about spin rate. There was some spin rate on that one.
Yeah, that was a quiet ground ball that stays low. Gobbles up. Rocco, by the way, retired for his first time tonight. The first time up he walked. And of course, hits that monster shot with some great top spin. There was no backspin on that home run he hit. That was all top spin to right field. Swung on, overcut that time is McGee. McGee, his last time up, a scorcher, a double to the right center gap.
That was a beautiful swing, outside pitch.
Out in front there and overswinged and couldn't quite keep those hands back, and he's down 1-2.
One thing great about the summer ball, you've spent so much time in the dugout with these guys. They become friends, and you just have fun playing baseball.
Strike three, another strikeout. 2 of the 3 hitters struck out this inning by Grubner, who has been definitely in command. And we are at the end of 5 complete here from Champlin. Legion ball coming your way on QCTV. It's a 6-1 lead for Elk River.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Attacks against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are on the rise.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer. In terms of hate crimes, I think there is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Top half of the 6th, get a look at some of the Rebels players. Some of them taking a rest tonight as they were overworked during that Gopher Classic, but the payoff was phenomenal. And winning the site. And over the course of 9 games in 5 days.
Joe, how'd you do that with your voice?
You know, I do it all the time. This one's down low. Golfed at this one. It's going to find its way deep in the left field, but there to make the plate. And the out is Champlin. That is first out here, top half of the 6th.
This game is flowing by. We've got one inning with a crooked number. Everything else has been quick and relatively painless.
Miles Hansen on that fly out. Walked his last time up. That flips the lineup now to the leadoff hitter in Gertz. Gertz, a two-hopper to the southpaw second baseman Loven, and he makes the play.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, do you? Where you've got a left-handed second baseman, but there are times that you just need to put something in play. And Loven can play anywhere.
Gertz, who had reached his first 3 times up tonight and scored all 3 times, has been retired the last 2 times. I'm sorry, his first 2 times, not 3 times. That'll bring up Grubner. Grubner been so impressive on the mound. He's 0 for 3 at the plate, but he's been solid toeing the rubber tonight. Straight back again. You can never say enough things. I love this location. I love this press box. Just great sight lines. Get to see the movement of the pitches and you're also able to get the call right from up here like I have tonight.
Yeah, you have been 100% on. Actually 102%. So really, walks tonight, 3 for Champlin Park.
Swung on left field and 2 outs captured and put outs by Pullis. He'll be coming to bat here as Elk River is retired in the top half of the 6th. They still have the 6-1 lead as the Rebels get a run here at a run at putting together some scoring in the bottom of the 6th, and it's going to be Finau, Ben Pullis, and Cohen.
Yeah, so right.
Let's take a look at the remaining schedules for these teams. As minimal as they are as the season's starting to wrap up for the Rebels. Say Michael Blue, and there you have it.
And we're going to cover that one. We'll be here tomorrow night.
And thank God I didn't have to memorize an immense amount of teams.
Just, yeah.
And then the other way, you got Blaine left for Elk River.
So that's all right. That's schedules.
It goes on. Tell you, this Legion season is fast. And they jam a lot of games. I mean, this is the 23rd game of the season, the 24th for Elk River.
Well, Joe, if you think about it, I mean, less than a month ago, we were at CHS Field covering the high school state tournament.
The Tornadoes.
Yeah, so 24 games in a month is a lot of baseball. And I know that, the one thing that goes really unnoticed is these coaches, how much they have to give away in that month. And both Tucker Morrell and Spencer have done a lot of giving of their time. And
plus you have some fluid schedules by the players with some commitments. And some of them require, if it's football, other athletics, what have you. Nice breaking pitch. Has Grubner been solid the whole night? The only error was the home run he gave up to Rocco. Breaking pitch here. Golfs it almost out of the dirt, does Finau.
Wow, what a play by Coach over there. Hopefully we got that on tape. Well, talk about a groove. That's 2 strikeouts in a row now for Grubner.
For Finau, his second strikeout tonight. 0 for 3, and that'll bring up Ben Pullis. Pullis on the season with 6 hits, all singles, and hitting .546. This one to short there to make the play in time, and 6-3 if you're
scoring in the box.
You got it. Yep. 2 down, and that brings up Cohen.
Both defenses have, once that first couple innings kind of got flushed, both defenses have been extremely solid. Good, nothing really bobbled or anything. And pitchers have been throwing strikes. This is
that second inning was kind of similar to. It seems like the hole I have each time I go out and golf and put up a snowman or something. Yeah. They had 3 errors, did did Champlin, and that's been the difference so far.
It really has.
Elk River put up a 5 spot. This one's lifted to center field on a drive. And retired there is Cohen, and retired Champlin, and we're quickly on our way. At the end of 6, a 6-1 lead for Elk River. Make sure you come back on this QCTV Sports presentation for the 7th inning.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Number 9 hitter steps in, fakes the bunt. Now a throwback. Hunter Rudder is caught off, but a short hop to Oxburg. Back for the top half of the 7th. Get a look at the press box, and you can see Jim and I trying to hit noggins up here on that shot from 7. Beth all the way to the right, Miss Dagtronics on the scoreboard tonight.
Yep. So we have a new pitcher. We have Ty McGee comes in.
Give a wave, Beth. There you go. Give him a wave. There she is. See, doing an outstanding job. She has thrown a no-hitter. I'm telling you, up here. New pitching changes. You mentioned, Jim.
Yeah, Ty McGee goes in, and another. We want to keep the left-handed infielders out there as Rocco takes third base.
He probably hasn't played third base since like 2nd grade at third.
I'm guessing not. I'm guessing not.
Remember, you just want to get playing time, and you always thought, hey, I'll get the guy who's got a right-handed glove if he can cover third baseline, maybe. But then he has to throw across his body to make the play.
And this will be McGee's first pitching appearance. So hopefully he made a great play a couple innings ago. And the umpire out there, I don't know if he's looking at what he's got on it. Oh, he's got to take off. He's got either a bracelet or something on his wrist.
And that was it. Hey, did you see the All-Star game last night, Jim?
I watched part of it. What did you think of it, Joe?
I never got a chance to watch a pitch the whole night. Disappointed, but
it is so great to have the interaction of the. They've got players that are mic'd up, and it's just that part is fun. And there isn't a better All-Star format than the MLB All-Star.
First time the National League has won, and is it 11 or 12 years?
Yeah, a long time, and I think they've only won 3 times in the last 27 years.
As a kid, I would get amped up for that. Loved watching.
Joe
Morgan and Rod
Carew. Yep, Johnny Bench. We might be dating ourselves a little bit on that one, Joe.
Concepcion.
The shortstop for the Reds.
You got it. Ron Say, hey. And here we go. To the top of the 7th, Elk River trying to extend their 6-1 lead. Third pitcher, and there is the Bull Durham moment.
Yep.
Hit the mascot. The catcher now getting the view from the rubber. Up top, 60 feet. This time he's not behind the plate, but in front of it. Goes inside.
You can tell after 9 games in 5 days that you're trying to find someone that has an arm left. Sandel's bailing out of the way.
That's a 58-foot breaking pitch. First one goes all the way to the backstop, and the breaking pitch about 2 feet short of home. And that's Riley. TJ Riley, who steps in.
So Andrew Palm will come up. He's got about a half a dozen baseballs with him from the fence.
Riley takes the walk on 4 pitches. And Palm will step in. And I'm wondering if they have any left-handed hitters. that want to come up for Elk River. As that first pitch to Palm was on the backside, probably closer to the batter's box on the behind him, the line, than the one in front. 5 straight pitches here, and 2-0 continues, and you really do. It's a night like this when you've come off such a great success series, and you really have just spent. There's nothing left in those arms, and you just need a night off.
Yep. Go out there, and you think the 3 outs can be fairly easy, especially after you watch Carlson come out there and do such a great job.
And there we go.
Yep.
So 8 pitches, 2 hitters, 2 on, and Elk River and now brings up their number 5 hitter.
And 2 batters, and they are going to make a quick switch. As it looks like Oxbow is going to come in. Oxborough will come in. So we'll get. We'll have to take a look at where everybody. So Oxbow will come in to pitch. Oxborough, I'm sorry, he's pitched 1 inning so far, 1 strikeout.
Chase having a good high school season as well. Spent most of his time at second. And then also not playing tonight is usually their shortstop. And he is out tonight as well, Therrelson. But just those legs have got to be about shot shoulder. But nonetheless, Elk River's here for the taking, looking to continue their win streak. And again, they came in tonight's game 17-6. The Rebels 18-4.
Yeah, pretty impressive records by both these 2 teams. Talking to Spencer before, he goes, well, half the wins came in the last 5 days.
Pretty good. And meanwhile, I mean, you look at the production for Champlin, a 334 batting average, 334, 189 runs scored. They've walked 117 times, struck out 102, 42 doubles, and 149 RBIs. As we'll see what kind of juice Champlin can get at their last at bat, but right now it appears Elk River on their way to a mark of 18-6. As Oxborough chases made the necessary warm-ups, and they have runners now at first and third as the runner advanced on that it was a 3-0 count right when he threw it back to the screen. No one out. First pitch, a strike. You get a little
the
bit
Bronx
of,
cheer comes out.
Some bantering by the teammates for that first strike. This one's lifted to center. Center was fading a little bit to the right off the end of the bat, and a beautiful diving catch. Flashing the leather and making a beautiful grab was Loven, I believe. That could not be Loven because it's the wrong hand.
Yeah. I can't see it. It's a single digit. I don't know if that's Aaron Cohn out there. It might be Cohn.
Rocco wasn't right. They moved him.
Let's see if we get a chance to look at the back of the uniform.
Great catch. Strike called here, and unable to tag on that dive because I think they thought maybe it was going to drop. This one up high on a slow breaking pitch.
Another good look at it. Drops right into the glove. Outstanding job.
Bunker steps in here.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
You got it. Down in the dirt, faking the throw down, holding onto it. Runner advances to second on the steal. That is Palm, and now we've got runners at second and third. Couple of ducks on the pond here for the Elks with one out. Bunker, as competitive as he is, he'd like to avenge that last trip to the plate. the strikeout he had and see if they can extend their lead. Called a strike, as not the one he wanted, but now a full count. I'm sure he started his football workouts already. Bunker. Breaking pitch coming in. Lives to play another at bat, or at least another pitch.
I think Sandell got something in his eyes. I think good job by the home plate umpire to walk it out there, give a break to the catcher.
They get set again the whole night. The flag has just hardly moved at all.
Beautiful night.
That's what somebody might say about us when we're doing a game. They hardly move at all. So we've got pitch inside. Bases now juiced. Bases are juiced here. Top half of the seventh. Elk River a 6-1 lead, and they'll send to the plate here. Number 4 and Ethan Kruger. Kruger's
walked, scored. A couple of
bounced out to short his last time.
For 2 tonight.
And a chance to knock in a couple more runs here for Elk River. Top half of the seventh. Strike there, out ahead in the count now, Oxborough. McGee started the inning for the Rebels, walked his first 2 hitters, and he was replaced here by Oxborough. Strikeout, waves the wand at a breaking pitch just outside of the strike zone, had him chase, and 2 down here for Elk River. And that brings up Herzog. Herzog has had a tough night. I have him for 3 strikeouts tonight.
Yeah, it hasn't.
But this is one in the air to left, tracking it, making the play, and retired is Elk River as they track that one down, does Cohen. And left the bases juiced with no one out and unable to bring one across, but they still have the 6-1 lead. Let's take a look at the broadcast schedule coming up, Jim, shall we?
Yes, let's do it. I think we've got a couple of baseball games coming up.
Yes, we do.
We've got the Champlin Park. We'll be back here tomorrow night as St. Michael Blue against Champlin Park. Then the Aces and the Bucks. Joe, I don't know, are you doing that one next week? I think
I think Kyle Hoppy with the Aces had preferred I did not.
Okay, all right.
He said he wouldn't bring the team to Anoka if I was there to broadcast.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And they take on J.D. Wells and the Bucks, followed by the draw concert Rhino.
One of my favorite groups. How about yours?
I've read the book, hardcover.
Yep.
And then we also have Metro Mini, Twin Ports at Champlin. Get another chance to broadcast from that new facility in the grandstand.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
And,
so where is Twin Ports? Where any idea? I have not heard of that team, that amateur team.
Yep, I will definitely have to do some research, or if Kyle Hoppy is listening in, he can perhaps just tell us on a text. And 6-1 lead here. I was surprised I didn't get anything from Jim Erickson. The last time we covered Elk River, he and Coach Hamilton were having a nice conversation via text while Jim was calling the game.
Well, he's definitely an institution. Hamilton or Erickson.
Setting up now, the Rebels as they try to extend the game here in the bottom of the seventh, 6-1 deficit. Led off here by the catcher Sandell. Sandell laced a double his last time up in the fourth and walked his first time, 1 for 1 on the evening. And Grubner trying to get the complete game as he has pitched an outstanding game tonight for Elk River.
Yes, he has. He's come in and done exactly what he needed to do, throw strikes. And that has been his calling card so far.
This one's lifted to left field. maybe the gap, a little too much height, the trajectory. And that ball is tracked down in left field by Elk River for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. Caught it well, but into kind of a dead sea, a dead air out in the gaps. And Loven, if in fact they stayed with Loven, yep, becomes the hit. Steps up, walked, I believe, his last time up, and grounded to second in his first trip.
Well, that's 8 in a row now, put down by Loven, or by Grubner.
Well, it's like Grubner's got to be somewhere. So, trying to make it 9 here, and strike there. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Rebels down to their last strike here. Coming off the Gopher Classic. There's just 1 strike left before a second out, mind you. I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and it's this one up high on a breaking pitch to right field. 2 down. We get another version tomorrow as another great matchup for the Rebels, and I'm going to guess the Rebels will have more of that team and the functionality of that team tomorrow when they take on St. Michael Blue.
Have some more weapons back? Yes, absolutely.
Elk River has been able to put up 71 runs in league play and surrender just 36. And St. Michael, 54. Runs for, 31 against. This one's lifted to the gap, a base hit, a knock. You had to see that coming. Way overdue for a base hit by Brooks standards, as he was 0 for 3 on 3 consecutive flyouts. And this one, he hits on the screws and drives it to the middle for center field for a base hit, his first. Oxborough.
Joe, I never want to correct you. I promise you that. But they pulled Brooks, and that was on a nice hit like that. I want to make sure. Yeah, I want to see Carlson, Nicholas Carlson, get his due on that one. That was a good rip.
You have to. That's right. Thanks, Jim. This is a gapper out to center field. Runner will head to second. Head first slide. If there was no one on base, maybe held to a single, but he'll get the double there. And a late 7th inning run here going for the Rebels.
Going hard right outside the box. Oxborough, good head first slide right in.
Is that going to be it?
I don't know.
A lot of pitching changes here in the 7th inning.
Yes. There's 2 outs. Give the kid a chance to get the complete game.
I kind of think, but they're going again Rocco. See if Rocco's coming up to hit.
Let's see if there's a lefty. Oh. Well, they are.
Got it. Almost a complete game.
Vincent Carlson will come in to pitch.
A lot of Carlsons happening here on the field tonight.
Yes.
There's actually 2 Carlsons, excellent ball players out of Shakopee, one of which got drafted by Seattle a couple of years back, and another who happens to be pitching for the University of North Carolina.
Yeah, he actually did get drafted yesterday.
The other Carlson.
Yeah, Max Carlson got drafted yesterday. So
I thought I'd feed that into you, and the reason I stay so close is my daughter actually works with their dad at a business down in Savage, and so she was always giving me tabs on that. But, yeah, congratulations, another Minnesota player drafted.
Sam Carlson.
With Seattle.
He's with Seattle, and they moved him from a starter to a reliever this year, and did some funky movements with his delivery, and now he is I don't think he's given up a run in July, and halfway, I think it's 10 straight outings where he hasn't given up a run as a reliever, so he kind of fitting into that role.
Here we get a look in for relief. The last pitch, Vincent Carlson steps up, going the first 20 outs anyway, was Grubner. An impressive evening. Dubious honor of facing Rocco. First pitch, and this one he gets out in front and lifts it to center field for the flyout, and Champlin is retired. It's official, a 6-1 win tonight for Champlin over Elk River. Congratulations on Legion ball and a win here for Elk River over Champlin. Join us tomorrow night. We'll be back at it again when Champlin takes on St. Michael. Blue, I'm Joe Rulin, along with Jim Childs and along with Beth. Thanks for joining us tonight on this QCTV sports presentation. Thanks to everyone in the truck. Taylor, thanks for that camera shot from center field and the 12 years. Have yourself a major league evening at a minor league price.